familiarize yourself with it, because that's, again, you gotta remember how Caucasians, they learn. Remember, because they're not as connected with the melanin, so they learn by dissection. They have to break things down. We were understood, or we knew we were connected to all that is, so we didn't have to dissect. We just created. We just knew, we understood. Oh, we looked at things and understood the connection and the relation between them, and the same thing was within us, and we would just build and create shit. Think about this: if we spent all our damn time trying to figure out what was, we would never build shit. Caucasians spend all their goddamn time dissecting and analyzing shit. They'll find some shit and they'll, oh, we got to analyze it. We got to study this for the next 12 years before we can come up with a scientific conclusion that the world can work on. Like, motherfucker, if the experiment works once, then that means it works more. That means it works all the time. That's what as above, so below means. It's like, if it works, you can extrapolate that. If it works once in the universe, that means it works. You can put that towards everything else. But Caucasian people don't understand it. No, we have to do scientific study here. We have to test over here. Does it work for this? And does it work for that? And we have to break it down here and understand that. Like, motherfucker. Like, these people will spend so much damn time breaking shit down. But, you know what I'm saying? This is, you know, their whole science of how he's doing, of how they do stuff like this. So in the Hermetic science, or the book Hermetic Science of Motion and Number, they kind of do the same thing, but it's more of a spiritual. It's more of a spiritual breakdown, not so much of a scientific breakdown of ohms and stuff like that. He'll give you what the ancients thought on it. So the next one we need to get into. This is the one I wanted to show you guys. This is called "The Secrets Hidden from Mankind: Mind Science Kept Hidden." This is some ill shit. When you guys see the different things that they've hidden from you, that they're trying to hide, it's crazy. So let's jump on this.
With the greatest mind, a new proposal of mind over matter. In 1927, at the 5th Solvay Conference on Physics in Brussels, Belgium, a new proposal of mind over matter was admitted to try to resolve inexplicable behaviors on quantum mechanics. With the greatest minds in physics attending, such as Einstein, Pauli, Dirac, Bohr, Heisenberg, Curie, de Broglie, Schrödinger, just to name a few, the subject of consciousness and the atomic world was at hand. Heisenberg and Bohr approached Einstein with a new theory that the minds of the researchers were affecting the results of the experiments. The mathematics of predictability were not repeatable and reliable enough to explain what was happening. Einstein could not accept this at first because it violated all mathematical models. Years later, he admitted it was happening. Einstein said, "Anyone who becomes seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that there is a spirit manifest in the laws of the universe, a spirit vastly superior to that of man." A spirit is not a mechanical force like gravity, electromagnetism, or the strong and unique forces. A spirit is consciousness. So for Einstein to have made this great transformation can only mean that something convinced him that it was really happening, that the universe is alive, and we are part of it. Did great powers hide the truth about what was discovered at the conference because they knew they could not control us if we knew the secret powers of our minds and collective consciousness? All matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force. We must assume behind this force is the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter. Max Planck, the father of quantum physics.
What is he talking about? Anyone? Anyone? This is being recorded. Don't be scared. Somebody jump in. What was he talking about?
He was talking about quantum physics, but it really just sounds like he was talking about, well, dark matter.
And bam. Don't be scared. It's that simple. The universe sent it to you like that, say it. Don't be scared. Even if it might be wrong. There's no wrong questions, there's no wrong answers, man. You come here to get the information. So even if you might be wrong, say it. Because it might be right, just like you were. This dude was talking about this in the early 1900s and didn't know what he was talking about. He said all matter exists by virtue of a force. Let's listen to that again.
States not control us if we knew the secret powers of our minds and collective consciousness. All matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force. We must assume behind this force is the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter. Max Planck, the father of quantum physics.
The word matrix only means womb. Just so you guys you're not confused by that word. So matrix is womb, right? So he said this force, this consciousness is the matrix of all matter, is the womb of all matter, meaning all matter is born and produced within this field of force. And so now that helps you to understand what he's talking about?
Yeah, basically he's saying the all is all.
Right. And this force that he didn't even understand back in the day, but they knew it existed because there's evidence of it. But they didn't know what it was. It's that dark energy. Back to Yoda and Star Wars.
Right.
They were talking again. They've been on this for the longest time, trying to let you know what was what. The force. It surrounds us. It binds us. Not this crude matter, are we? And Yoda told you a long time ago.